Malaysia's debt and liabilities currently stand at 1.5 trillion ringgit, or over 80% of the GDP. Economist Carmelo Ferlito suggests implementing fiscal reforms now for the government to strengthen its coffers.
We should look at this from three different perspectives, from three different possible levels of action. The first one is increasing taxation, or at least if not increasing, which I guess is not really the right move to do, according to my view, trying to improve our tax system in a way to make it more efficient. The second one is rationalizing expenditure. And these two levels are levels for a short-term action. So something that can be thought, design and implement quickly with the right political will and the right reform strategy. Then something that looks more at the long term is, in general, a strategy that tries to promote economic growth in the country. The more economic growth we have, the more firms we have that pay taxes and pay more taxes. We further increase employment, and also we create well-paid jobs. So it means jobs that also pay more taxes. So these are some level of actions. Also, in terms of trade, I think that strategies can be implemented to curb illicit trade. Think about all the tobacco trade. Malaysia is the country with the highest penetration of illicit cigarettes in the world. So the regulation is as such that promote the circulation of illegal product and therefore deprive the government from fiscal revenue.
Carmelo also calls for timely changes to the country's tax system.
Malaysia has a huge problem with the tax basis. It's too narrow, means too a few people pay taxes in the country, and too few companies pay taxes in the country. This is something that needs to be addressed by reforming collection capacity, so enforcement capacity. This is something we absolutely need to look at. So I think that looking, in example, at a small decline in direct tax, income tax, and in increase and introduction, a reform of GST, maybe a multi-tier GST, or a GST that is collected at state level rather than federal level, whereby you collect resources that later on can more easily be spent on meaningful projects on the territory. I think these are things that we should look into. We can't avoid that in the long term. The tax system, the fiscal system in Malaysia is too fragile, in particular on the enforcement.